first find out what you're selling. What is the real core of who you are, and the first place you're going to play, the first kind of role you're going to play. And when we were growing up, there were things that were much more typed. You had the leading man, the character man. Yeah, you had all those types. It's a little different now because it's so unconventional now how they cast, and it could go many ways. And in many ways, it's great that there's so many, the diversity, and they, what was this way now is that way, and it's great.
So what is the difference between type and brand?
Well, type is as simple as it's the categories you fit in. It's really that simple. So how does the industry see you in terms of what types you're going to play? What roles really is kind of what it is. So that's as far as that goes.
So like a police officer, a nurse, a
Exactly.
doctor.
Or I even like more general categories because that's how
Okay.
the agency is. So it'd be like a business professional or just a Midwest kind of guy or a sweet girl next door, best friend. I mean, so it's a little bit more general than just a specific, like he's a cop. That's what type is. And then branding, because I actually like the word niche. That's the word I focus on. But branding in the business world, in the marketing world, is how we're going to brand you. In other words, we want to make you the go-to company for this. But the problem is, and why I say people don't know what it is people, again, think they need to create a brand and go, okay, I'm going to sit down and what do I really want to do? I mean, I want to be James Bond. That's what I really want to do. But I'm not James Bond. I'm probably the killer that's going to get killed by James Bond. But I'm not the James Bond, so no matter how hard I try to brand myself as that. I worked with an actor for a long time that was like, I'm the next Han Solo. It's like, you're actually not the next Han Solo at all. But he was so convinced of it. He branded himself, he bought expensive flyers that showed it and made film. It's a waste of money. So that's why I think people don't understand brand. Brand is simply asking the public what they see when they see you.
How they perceive you, not how you perceive yourself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's beyond just the type, because the roles are part of branding, but it is more specific. It's what do you see when you see me? Personality-wise, specifics in terms of physical appearances, and even spirit, soul, who I am. I mean, who do you see who I am?
Yeah, I like that niche word.
Yeah, and that's what niche is.
Yeah.
Yeah, or niche.
Because a lot of times it's not even about you. It's about they're looking who's going to match the lead actor. You might be too short. You might be too tall. It has nothing to do with you. It has to do with the look of the project, how they're looking to do it. And if you don't get that job and you did your job when you came in, they remember that.
Absolutely.
And they appreciate that. And then they will call you in for something else. Can you change your niche? Like, let's say you started off as an ingenue, young, and now you're getting older. How would that work?
You can't change it a whole lot. And I'll tell you why, because we're composed of 3 parts, body, soul, spirit. The body is the physical thing, and no matter how much plastic surgery, we still can't really change it that much. I've got deep set eyes. I've got dark circles under my eyes. I've had that since birth. It says something to an audience. It says, oh, he's gone through something, or he's struggling, which is why I play those characters all the time. That kind of stuff you can't change. Your personality, the spirit, you can't change. It's like going to high school reunions. It's like everyone's exactly the way they were, whenever you were back in school. It doesn't change that much at all. So the 2 primary things we base typing on, we base how we perceive people, our behaviors, personality, things we do with our behaviors, and the actual physical characteristics. So we can't change it that much. So we're kind of locked into it. Who we really are deep down, that soul, that we can change. And that does play a part of it. So that allows us to slowly change it. We can't go massive categories. I can't go from, I could. I can go from a leading man to a character man by gaining a ton of weight and whatever. But for the most part, it's not going to change too much because of our personality. So that said, what you want to do is get to obscurity as an actor to stardom by focusing on your niche, the one thing you can do that no one else can really do. Get to that place, and then you start doing whatever you want. It's like when Charlize Theron did Monster. Like, had she started a career doing that, it would have never worked. But she played that sexy girl next door with a little bit of an edge over and over and over and over and over, and finally she got well known. And then she's got, good, now I can do Monster, and won an Academy Award.